turn it this way, so yeah, it's not so noisy. So let me just check again. I'll be right back. Yeah, okay, so one of the comments I just read says, yay, you're back, let's ride. Okay, let's ride, you guys. So, sorry, it's been a few minutes. I got back to the truck, drank a bunch of water, and then get everything ready to go, and the bike wouldn't start. A motorcycle would not start. I kick. I took it up the hill. I tried to push start it. I'm like, oh. And some nice guy in like this beat up old truck, he says, hey, you want to hold on? And I says, yeah. And then I just held on to the back of this bed. I think I cut my hands on it. The whole truck was just like rusty and wrecked. And he pulled me through the gas station parking lot, and I let go, and the bike started. So special thanks to him anyway. So yeah, so that was an experience. I'm just glad we weren't way out in the middle of nowhere when that happened. I'd be walking right now, you right? So anyway, so we'll get started. Yeah, so we are at, we're searching for Nancy Guthrie. For anybody that's not aware, searching for Nancy Guthrie or any sort of evidence. We're out in the 3 Points area. I got a tip that the sheriff's helicopter is doing low-level searches just north of 3 Points. So that's where we're gonna head. I haven't been over there. I don't know what it is, what the situation is. Maybe it's fenced off and you can't go, it's private property, or maybe it's desert and we find Nancy sitting under a tree begging for water. So I got some water with me just in case. And then, yeah, so we'll head on out there, you guys. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, 3 Points. Thanks for coming along for the ride. It's really, you guys are motivating me to do this. If it wasn't for the chat, wasn't for the motivation, this is my 4th trip here. I probably wouldn't be here. Each trip takes like 6 days for me to 2 days drive. It's very tiring. And then wrestling the motorcycle around on these desert roads. But anyway, enough about me. So let's go out there. I'll throw in the helmet, check the chat, throw in the helmet. We'll check the area. The sheriff's helicopter has been low-level searching. Maybe he's got the Bluetooth sniffer. Maybe they're looking for evidence. I don't know, but we'll go check it out, okay? And then I'll be right back. Let me, well, here, I'll bring you with me. Yeah, we got 500 people on here. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming back. And then please be careful. I will be very careful. I'll be very careful. Drink lots of water and say, let's hydrate before we go, okay? Just hold on a second. Right on. Oh, that'll last me. I got that out of the garden hose at home. Exploring with Jim channel, we'll drink out of a muddy hoof print if we have to. All right, let's rock. 3 Points, Arizona. I actually searched here before. I don't know if you remember this restaurant. We did a live stream from over there, but we're going that way, north. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we got a new GoPro battery. I'm not going to turn the bike off. I don't want to chance it that it won't restart because yeah, somebody said that Guthrie should buy me a new motorcycle. I'm sort of that opinion. Let's plug in the phone. Jim, America's dad for president. That's so funny. You guys crack me up. I love humor in the chat. I read the chat when I'm taking a break later after the chat becomes, and I read it, and there's like so many funny comments. You know, I really appreciate the humor. I have a couple people offering to be moderators. I really appreciate their interest, and I probably should have them moderate. And then nothing against anybody who's offered. Please don't be disappointed I haven't got back to you. I've just been a little busy, and then I checked Exploring with Jim vehicle. Right on. And so we're gonna go north of 3 Points, you guys. Hopefully I don't have to get out the map. Hopefully I don't get lost like last time, right? So we'll just go, I'll show you the 3 Points restaurant. It's for sale. We'll go search in a second, but yeah, there you go. You can buy the 3 Points restaurant if you want. You could be, you can basically be the mayor of 3 Points. You have the biggest business in town, so here we are, you guys. I did a live stream from here when I was searching, when I searched all the way Highway 86 to Mexico. So let's go search where the sheriff is showing interest. I'm not, like I said, I haven't been here. I looked on the map. The map is a little confusing, like which roads go through, which don't. Right, and then we'll go left, and that'll take us north, right? A lot of the Saturday traffic out here. We'll take the first road in and then see where that takes us. Maybe it's discontinuous, I don't know. Or maybe it's gonna pay off. It looks legit, right? Okay, so this is 3 Points, Arizona, you guys. And then, so the sheriff's helicopter was searching up here somewhere. This is north of 3 Points. The streets are paved with sand, which, nothing against 3 Points. I mean, yeah, this could be an interesting search, you guys. Looks like this road is a dead end. No. Three Points, Arizona. Taylor Lynn fan van. That's the Taylor Lynn fan van. Taylor Lynn. I don't know who Taylor Lynn is, but that's her fan van. So we're searching the sheriff going over part of Points, Arizona, low and slow. So we're gonna get boots on the ground here and see if we can help them out. Like if I find anything, you know, and it has to be something really obvious, because we found the bloody pants and they didn't even pick them up. So I know I need to hear somebody cry for help, you know what I mean? And as you saw in the last live stream, we're ready for any eventuality. Looks like we got a good signal here, so anybody just give me a super chat, or Pops, a couple Dobermans. Anybody give me a super chat? Just I'm letting everybody know that, you know, I'm probably going home tonight. You guys, I've been here 4 days, and it takes me 2 days to get here. It's quite a commitment for me, and and honestly, I was doing research at home, and I pinned areas to search, right? And then so I searched those areas. This is an extra spot. This is 3 Points is 3 Points is something that was tipped off to me. And then so this is an extra spot, you guys. And then if I stayed and I just rode randomly, it wouldn't be being honest, you know what I mean? I need like to do the research and through God, I'd love to just go over there and search those trash piles, but we'll search beside the side of the road, you guys. This could be a dumping ground out here as we get further out. But yeah, if I just drove randomly without tips, without I wouldn't be being honest, you guys. Up, ups. Up, ups. He doesn't look that vicious, actually. He just wants to be petted. So yeah, I wouldn't be being honest. So so that's sort of my plan. Like I said, it's my 4th trip out here. But each time I come, I'm getting more experienced at this. You know what I mean? It's like I look at the maps differently. I look at the aerial photographs differently. I like take my tips and then try to filter them through. I get hundreds of emails, you guys. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I don't want to brag or anything, but very interesting. This is sort of, but a lot of people sending tips, a lot of people asking me to go different places. Like I say, this is where the sheriff helicopter was searching. I don't want to get involved in that sand because I don't think anybody's going to go through this area unless they didn't kidnap Nancy on an ATV. I don't think so. You'd need an ATV to go through there. And then when you're wrestling the motorcycle through the sand, you can I'm not as young as I used to be, and then you know, just my hand from turning the throttle, like I get this wrist, my problem in the wrist, and the clutch, pulling the clutch and then putting it side to side. So eventually you sort of wear out, and then you have to go through a recovery process and then get back at it the next time. Man, see, like, this is what I'm saying, you guys. This is sort of this typical property. Like, if somebody's back in there, you know, warning, dangerous dog, beware a dog, cameras, barbed wire fences, and then like the fence is made of like cactus. The cactuses. Yeah, but we'll search out here. But this is like this. If somebody's out there, it's going to take a search warrant and a whole team of SWAT guys to go in. But we'll go to the ends of these roads, and I'll search I'll search everywhere that I can. Yeah, it's I'll search everywhere I can. Go out the end of this road. Yeah, like I say, this is 3 Points, Arizona. Sheriff's helicopter was floating around here with like the sniffer, or maybe, I don't know whether they're doing a searching up from the ground, or yeah, you know, being in Arizona, you guys, Arizona is a right to carry state, so you really don't want to, if there's a gate and barbed wire, you just want to stay on the side of safety, you know what I mean? I shot that trespasser. Shooting a trespasser is illegal. Trespassing is punishable by, you know, a small fine. But some of these crazy landowners, they think, oh yeah, they think you're like breaking into their house, gonna like steal their safe just because you drove on to some piece of desert that they claim is theirs. So you just want to err on the side of caution. Yeah, like I say, it's a right to carry state, so everybody can be armed at all times in Arizona. For those of you in different countries or wherever you are, Arizona, you can carry a gun with you no matter what. Be concealed, I think that goes through, I think it goes through. Concealed weapon, open carry, in the city limits. I don't know, I may have the rules a little bit wrong, but so you just don't want to get in an argument with people, you know what I mean? And then, but it keeps people really polite, honestly. I wish I could look at my land use map and see, there's no trespassing. This could very well be the area the sheriff was searching, you guys. So yeah, back to Arizona gun owners. Yeah, you just want to be polite, respectful, and but yeah, you can carry your own gun too. Which I'm not a Second Amendment guy. I'm not like, oh yeah, Second Amendment or die, or we should right to have rotating 50-round magazines and automatic weapons. No, I'm not that. I'm not a Second Amendment absolutist. But this is the area that was tipped off to me that they were searching low and slow, and it looks pretty remote. You know what I mean? Looks like a prison cell over there. So yeah, just want to be careful. We're going over barbed wire. Hoping I don't pop my tire. Yeah, so it's definitely different for people in foreign countries or whatever to think of, you know, you could carry a weapon. But I don't know how I got on that. Oh, being on private property, that's how I got on that. You gotta be careful. You don't want an argument. Somebody asks you to leave, you go. Look at this. We'll just look inside this abandoned shed, right? I don't think anybody's ever searched here. This looks like some sort of building out here. If the sheriff was searching out here, this looks legit, right? Yeah, so there's that building there. Let me bring the bike closer. So I go inside there, I might lose the stream, and since you guys are watching me, which gives me a lot of comfort, honestly. You know where I'm at? I'm north of 3 Point, Arizona. What is that stuff? I guess it's some sort of a... I think anything's buried under that. Looks like it was piled here purposefully. We'll just take a quick look. What is that? Oh, I'll find a rattlesnake. If I do, I'll jump back. He'll, yeah, I don't think so, you guys. Oh, look what we have here. This is very interesting, you guys. Look at this. You're gonna be very interested in this. Okay. Yeah. I swear I didn't plant this here. You guys see what that is? Those are smugglers' shoes. What they do is they have a shoe made of carpet, right? And then that way they can walk through the desert, and see it's camouflage, and they can walk through the desert without leaving footprints. And they put their shoe, they put this over their shoe. And then they they can walk through the desert, and then you can't see where they walked, because this carpet, you know, that doesn't leave a footprint, or at least you can't track them. At least that's what they think. I found piles of those, so maybe they use this as like a hiding place. It's possible. And that those pads are for sleeping? I don't know. So, yeah, that's very curious. Yeah, carpeted shoes. So, yeah. It's funny, I wasn't even aware of that stuff until I started coming and doing these searches. It's like some sort of a... Yeah, so this is where the sheriff was searching, you guys. Low and slow, right through here, north of 3 Points. If I think it might go fuzzy because I'm walking away from the stream, but okay, here we go. Nah, it's older. There's a dugout building here. But anyway, let's see. Oh, it's like full of concrete, you guys. There's nothing in this barrel, okay? It's maybe full of concrete. That is heavy. Maybe they used it like as a brace. Anyway, I don't get too involved with that. Let's we'll go a little forward this way. Looks like that's private that way. It's somebody's ranch. And then this looks like we're on some sort of no man's land. We didn't cross anything that said no trespassing. I could look at my land use map. I have the land use map. It tells me everybody owns every section of land. So if you tell me like your street, I can look at my map and it'll say exactly, like it's linked to the tax record somehow. And then if you look at, funny thing is, you look at Nancy's house, it says Nancy Guthrie right there. I mean, she wouldn't be hard to find, you guys. Yeah, those carpeted shoes, right? So this is the area the sheriff was flying low and slow. I'm looking for, you know, hate to say it, but I'm looking for a grave out here. What have you. I mean, you put somebody out here, there's no tire tracks. They're gone, you know what I mean? We're just trying to keep our feet up high. There's rattlesnakes. Gila monster. Trying not to rev the motorcycle, make a lot of noise. That way it doesn't clue anybody in, although I'm dressed in bright red. Just for highway safety. So we're on the other side of that, there's a house over there. Let's just sort of, let's just start sort of a grid search, you guys. We'll go back and forth a little bit since we're here. Yeah, so I can see why the sheriff is out here. This is just a no man's land. It's just, maybe it's BLM, State Preserve. Yeah, one thing, so I gotta remember that house, because that's how we get back. I don't want to get lost like last time. Man, this ground is just baking. It's gonna be, it's hot out here right now. I feel like it's 90, but maybe it's not that hot. But, we'll do a grid search. We'll go up to the fence and we'll go back and forth, okay? And then I'll give it my best shot. Whoa, shoot. That's sandy there. I almost went up to my... I think it was just animals have been digging there. There's like a caved in the roof of a ground squirrel. So they see a fence over here. We'll go as far as the fence, and then we'll go back and forth. Yeah, I don't want to turn off the bike, that's for sure. I hate to have to like push it out of the sand. I just don't see it. You know, you look here, you guys, you can see it's just perfectly flat and grassy. There's nothing there. So we can scan this area pretty quickly, honestly. But if something's out here, I mean, it's going to be out here for a long time. I don't see anybody coming out here except exploring with Jim in his chat, you know. One thing I mean, you know what I don't see? I don't see some of those famous search teams out here, you know, the ones that get all the press, the ones you go to their page, it says donate to our searches. Nancy, if you, like I say, if you're not in the game right now, if you're not in this game, you're not on the team. You know, these people aren't on the team. I appreciate the super chats, you guys. This video is not monetized, believe it or not. The super chats really help out. I'm not asking for them, but and then like what the hell? It's like some sort of a, I don't know. It's like some sort of a something. Yeah, when I live stream through the GoPro, through the GoPro Quick app, I don't know, there's no monetization. So, but it's okay, I'm here to look. So we're doing our grid search back and forth through this no man's land. And this is where the sheriff was searching with his helicopter, right? So, after I do this, so there's the pallets. We were over there. There's a house. Let me just, you know, before I get lost, I just want to verify how I came in and got out. So I was up here. No, I was down there. Just want to look at my it's okay, out is this way, more or less, or that way, this way or that way. There's a pole, so I mean the cell tower. So okay. Try not to make a lot of noise out here. Get off my land. No problem. So we're coming up on another ranch up there, you guys. So probably we're gonna keep doing our grid search, but once we get up that far, I think will be the extent of it. So this is sort of the no man's land, you guys. This is like, I don't know who owns it, but it is just totally dead and abandoned, and it's easy to access. And then there's those carpeted shoes out there. Just tells me people have been, I mean, did they walk all the way from Mexico to here? That's 60 miles. 50, 60 miles, I guess, maybe. You can do it in the wintertime. And then they make it to that shack and take off their shoes. I don't know. Very interesting. I don't know the whole story on that, but I do know what those shoes are. So we're looking for Nancy Guthrie out here, you guys. The sheriff was flying low and slow over this area. I got the tip in the email, took the flight pattern. Wow, look, yeah, we already been here. This is the way we came. So that's why we're out here, you know, just not out driving around the desert. If I was out here for fun, I'd be like, yeah, doing jumps and stuff, right? So, digging the dirt. So yeah, so this no man's land, very interesting. And then we come to the fence for the ranch property. So this is obviously a maintained ranch over there and over there, which like I say, we're not going to go on anybody's private property without permission. The rules are, the law is, if you go over cross a fence, disregard a sign, disregard a no trespassing sign, and knowingly go, and if somebody asks you to leave, then you're guilty of trespassing. If the land is just open, basically you can't do anything nefarious out there, but you can sort of be there. So that's my rationale for coming up. And we're on a mission of mercy, right? Yeah. So I'm just scanning you guys. Since the sheriff was out here, I'm just scanning everything, looking for, you know, material, clothing, graves, backpacks. And then to cover this on foot would take hours. So the fence is right there. So I'm looking from the fence, so I can see all the way to the fence, which we can't go over there. And then, you know, you can stash something under a bush, hide it under a piece of plywood. So I appreciate you guys coming on the ride with me. Like I say, it's the chat, really, I call it chat motivation. It gets me out here to do these things. Just being out here all by yourself, it feels like you guys aren't actually physically here, but actually I sort of feel the presence, but I don't know, that sounds corny, but so there's the other ranch over there. And then with all the junk cars. Yeah, so I grid searched over here, and then I'm, you know, we were over by the fence, so we can run here and then run back, and then you sort of overlap. It's like I know when I'm running my metal detector looking for things, you go one way and then you come back the other direction just to make sure you didn't miss anything. Uh-oh. Tread lightly, they say. You know, you get out here, you tread lightly. You don't want to dig up the ground, damage the environment, run over a tortoise. More. So here's another one of my tracks. So we're definitely going to clear this area, you guys. And we're going up to the fence. Love this motorcycle, man. I bought this brand new in 1993, and I had my first decent job, and the payment was, I had to get a loan, and the payment was $85 a month on this bike, like 3-year loan. And I'm like, man, am I gonna be able to make that payment? $85 a month. So I gotta pay my mortgage, gotta pay this $85 a month payment. And seems funny now. Okay, Well, once we clear this field, this no man's land, we can go up the road and try the next, because yes, it's really brushy in here. I'm gonna be careful in here. Really look carefully. Yeah, best $85 a month I ever spent. I don't want to miss anything, you guys. That's why probably some of this brush has grown up since. You gotta be careful where you step too. There'd be rattlesnakes everywhere out here. There's something in the brush here. Yeah, it's trash. Like there may be sometimes a year there might be some water in there. Look by the water. Yeah, okay. Easy for you to say. Think we can go forward, you guys? We'll try. Oh, I don't want to get stuck. Ah, we didn't get stuck. Oh, let's look under that cardboard, you know. Could easily, you know, people bury things. Oh, let's put a cover with some cardboard. It's just a small piece, but the guy over there watching me. There's the ranch. Rattlesnakes and Gila monsters love cardboard, right? Yeah, but he just, like I said, like no stone unturned, right? Okay, now that we've been out here long enough that, and I've done a pretty good grid search, and then one thing I know is when you're doing this sort of thing, you don't want to stay in one place for really long, you know what I mean? Just in case someone's watching and responding to your location. It takes a while for them to get organized, get out the door. So you just want to, like, you don't want to come out here and take a long break, you know? When you're in an area like this, whoa, this guy's ranch, let's get out of his property. But I'm not tearing things up, you know. He sees me out here. I'm being very respectful to the land. But yeah, you just don't want to stay very long. You want to get in, you want to get out. At least that's my thinking anyway. What do I know? And then there's the building, huh? With the shoes. So crazy. Yeah, so hold on, you guys. We've got a mechanical failure here. Like I say, you got to get in and get out, and then they have a delay. That's no good. All right, hold on, you guys. The GoPro fell off the helmet, so that's the problem. Down right here. I've got a good one area where I can stand down on the bike without it sinking into the sand, falling over, breaking my leg. Sorry for the helmet here, you guys. Be right back. Get the heck out of here. I'm leaving right now. This thing doesn't want to go on. Yeah, that guy's listening to us. There you go. Yes, he saw me over there and he's whistling, hey. So it's fine. Like I say, you don't want to stay too long, right? He's gonna go get his ATV. Right on, so we searched it, right? Hey, you're on my land. Hey, you know the way back to the main road? Yeah, that's what you call the old surprise visit. We'll try this. Yeah, you never know what you're going to stir up out there, right? Three Points, Arizona. It's definitely not 3 stars. 4 stars, Arizona. Some more demolished mobile home. Almost time we got the map. So there you go. Yeah, this area needs to be searched by the air, you know what I mean? It's on the main road. Yeah, so the guy was whistling at us, and then the Jeep was following us, so yeah. Like I say, you don't want to stay in one place too long, you know what I mean? But we cleared that area, so yeah, that's normal experience with Exploring with Jim. So problem was the GoPro. See that he had a series of mistakes. Out there for a while, went too close to the house. The GoPro fell off, which delayed us. We would have been out. And then yeah, you got to do these things quickly. When you don't know the lay of the land, you know, you never know. Could be cartel, could be kidnapper, could be just random people who are very sensitive about anybody on their property. So anyway, the Jeep's still following us. See him in the river there. This is another sort of area over here. This looks interesting too. We'll stop in the shade. See if the Jeep driver wants to talk to us. He might be a completely different vehicle. And then we can, this is still north of, we can find some shade. There is no shade, basically. There we go, that's shade. Oh, man. So let's see, maybe this is probably a completely random guy. No, yeah, somebody completely different. There you go. Let's, yeah, let me take a break in this so-called shade really quick. And I'll just check the stream, you guys. I can't see anything out in that sun. It's hot. Yeah, Jeep was still following me, but he kept going. So the guy whistling at us, he went back to his house. and then the Jeep followed us shortly thereafter, but I think it was two different incidents, so that's fine. Yeah, so did I share my location? My my location is just north of 3 Points, Arizona, you guys. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we can let's get back on the main road, and I just want to drive just a little ways further down the road. But this is the area the sheriff was actively searching with the helicopter. I can see why. I'd want to, frankly, if I had the choice, I'd be up in the helicopter myself right now too. There's those smuggler shoes, random broken down ranches. Yeah, so let me just ride down this road a little ways because I need some breeze to blow through my garments here, and then we can this will just cool me off, you know. It's pretty hot back there. Now the sides of these roads, on the weekends you'll see ATVs and people riding there. There's nothing on the sides of this road, or the side of that road. They use this dirt road on the side as a way to drive non-street legal vehicles to different locations out here. So this over here, that's still north of 3 Points. So we'll come up here at the Family Dollar. We'll try to lose, if anybody's following us, we'll lose them up here. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice road for us to go down. And then we'll just, you know, so this is the next road, right? I mean, we searched over there. That's sort of no man's land, a very sketchy area. And then this is still north of 3 Points, and this is the next road. So, and I guess I would assume oh, sorry, brother. I would assume you're looking here, back where we're gonna go. I think probably that's who lives there. They're saying this is where we live. So there you go. So we'll just take a quick look, right? It's a sort of a lesson on the last ride. We want to get too adventurous. Although we just went down the road into the north of 3 Points area. There are no trespassing signs. We just kept going, sort of going, and then and we found what we found, you know. This is an interesting one here, you guys. Look at this. Do you guys want to make a quick loop through there? You never know, man. Don't smell anything, you guys. This is definitely a known dumping ground, right? Dang, what a wreck. Well, I guess we can tell by the mailbox out in front, right? No surprise. You do that to your mailbox. Three Points, Arizona, that's where we are, searching for the sheriff helicopter was going through this area low and slow, okay? Searching for some sort of Nancy Guthrie. They don't not telling us. Pinging Bluetooth, looking for evidence, maybe kidnappers, cell phone ping in the area, I don't know. And then so we're just following up with our ground search. Yeah. Sign says, warning. Deepening County Regional Flood Control. Subject to flooding, okay. I don't think we're gonna have any flooding today. Somebody's building a new home, their dream house. You know, the desert has a raw beauty. I mean, I'm not... 3 Points is no way represented by that place we just visited, I think. Ah, shit, here's his dog. Hi, puppy dog. Look, he goes behind his fence. He went behind his fence, now he's going to bark at me from behind his fence. I look pretty scary, you know, with the big red outfit and... shoot a dog, like, what the heck? So anyway, yeah, so where were we? We'll go a little further in. Maybe there's something alongside this road, okay? The stream, the GoPro battery usually lasts about an hour, you guys. I don't know how far in we are or how old the battery is. If it dies, don't worry about me, you guys. The truck isn't very far away. We're ready for any eventuality. I'm not a hothead. Somebody says get off my land or anything, I'm like, yes sir, no sir, you know. Don't want to start any fights. This is sweet. Hi! And then, yeah. So here's more of that sort of terrain. I don't know how far this road goes. Well, there's nothing alongside this road, I don't think, you guys. So we'll just go a little quicker. Hopefully there's a signal out here. We're looking for more of that no man's land type stuff. North of 3 Points. I'd find some shade to check the stream, but there is no shade. Like I say, if someone's behind these fences and these, you know, these 5-acre lots, you'd need to go with a helicopter and ping that, you know, because it's just... So we'll go a little slower here, just in case there's something on the other side of this. Oh, look, there's a fire hydrant. Unbelievable. There's actually a fire hydrants out here. Oh, so sandy. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, like I said, I've never been here before. I don't know. I think where we searched before, that was legit, you know. This looks more fenced, private, not really the Exploring with Jim searching areas, but we don't know what's ahead. You never know what's ahead because it's all live, you know what I mean? I mean, we're doing this live. What you guys are seeing is what I'm seeing. And it's, like I say with AI, pretty soon the only thing you're gonna be able to trust is what you see live. Like you can trust whatever you see here because it's live. They said this. Oh, really? Are you sure? Did you see? So that's sort of AI can't go live, at least not yet. Probably go live pretty soon. Pretty scary. A lot of YouTubers are complaining about how all these AI videos are taking all the viewers. You know, because AI can say, you know, can have the best title, you know, outrageous that Ford did this to their truck, and then they smash together everybody's videos, and they come up with like the perfect video that everybody wants to click on, and then it's taking all the viewers from legit, you know, normal people, regular people. No passing. Yeah. Property we were on. So this looks pretty desolate out here, you guys. We'll just go this way a little ways. We'll see if we can find some shade. And then we'll scan here. You know, and it seems random, but Sheriff was out here with the helicopter. So, that's why we're here. I was watching JLR's chat, and then people are saying, like, talking about me a little bit, like, oh, Jim's not sharing the $1 million. Well, you know, we're not out here for $1 million, you guys. But I would like to be the one to find Nancy Guthrie. There's no question about that. I would like to be the one to solve the case. And then this would be the perfect place to, like, I mean, the grass is tall, and just get my eyes peeled. I see things, and yeah. Look at the desolation. Man, that's a big area. Let's try to find some shade real quick. Sorry, I know it's not a... Wow. Yeah, you gotta find shade with no rattlesnakes. That's not hard. That's not easy to do. Man. Wow. So I think my chat's delayed, you guys, but I don't know if you... I'm gonna look at the chat just for a minute, see how many people we got on board, and then check how much. So I got 2 bars out here. Please don't get lost. You know, that's a good point. I was buffering earlier. Yeah, sorry about that. Sentinel Peak Water Tower in Tucson. Banning cars. Hydrate a little. Take a break. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. You know that? I got 2,700 people in the stream. At least that's what it's reading me. I really appreciate that. Well, I got that many people. I'm just letting you know that I want to let you know that, you know, I've been out here for like a 3 day searching. Solid 1, solid 2. This is solid 3. Takes 2 days to get back and forth. I'm probably going home tonight, you guys. This is my 4th trip out here. I'm doing the best job I can. I'm allocating as much time as I can. My family says, oh, we're gonna do an intervention on you. What are you doing out there? All you do is go to Arizona. And then so I can't stay here forever, so I just wanted to make that very clear. And then you know, since there's mostly everybody that watches my channel is probably in the stream, so yeah, do the best I can, you guys. And I'm still searching today. I'm not giving up today, you know what I mean? Safe travels home. I appreciate that. Timber, me too, from JLR. Appreciate you being here. Lisa, you're always on board. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much, you guys. You're very welcome. I get a lot of thank yous. You're welcome. It's like I'm here for you guys. A lot of people are like giving me a lot of encouragement, paying for my gas, and then you know, that's why I'm here. But I'm here to find Nancy. But you know, JLR motivated me to get out here, and then the chat keeps me going. And oh, sorry, I got distracted, lost my goggles. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep this up a little bit. We'll go out to this desolate area a little bit, and we'll do a little bit of a grid search out here. And we're gonna try to stay away from any sort of angry ranchers, because that fence is down there. This is like a main road from the house, and then you get to this point and the fence is down. Someone could go in there, you know. Like I say, the sheriff was out there, so but like I say, we're losing a lot of yeah, thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I just took my glasses off, I can't see it, but I really appreciate it. Here, let me see what's going on here. Thanks, Paula. I appreciate it. It says, God bless you, Jim. I'd love you to be the one to play Nancy. Or Yummy or JLR. Yeah, it was a great, thank you, Paula. I appreciate that. It was a great teaming up with JLR yesterday. I don't even know. All the days run together. I've done so much searching. Day before yesterday? It was day before yesterday. Yeah, day before yesterday. Teaming up with him on that search, that was great, you know? And then, hey, we called the police, you guys. I called the sheriff, talked to the sergeant, got the information to the detective. They're working there with the FBI. There's nothing more I can do on that, you know? Oh, and I want to address the hand in the picture. That's my hand, you guys. If you look, that's my hand in the picture. I got so many emails. Oh, you guys left. There's a hand. It's my hand. Okay. So, but what I love is that everybody is looking. You know, everybody's looking in. If we see something out here, you guys aren't going to miss it, because there's so many people. And you know, looking, even though it's like a grainy image. So this is what I was looking at, you guys. We came down this road, this sort of a main road out in this desolation, and it looks like someone has cut this fence. Not me. And there's some tire tracks going out there. It looks like it's rained since the tire tracks have been there. So we could sort of follow these tire tracks, and then makes sense to me, right? This is what we do. We track, you know. We're trackers out here. It may get a little sandy though. Well, we'll see. So I see the tire tracks going out here. First we'll follow the tire tracks. There's some more over there. We'll follow both of them. You know, interesting is like a horse came through here though. So here's the road, the classic power line road with the tire track. So we'll just scan out here for a little while, you guys. I don't want to get too close. There's ranches over there. Maybe we should go the other way. I don't know. After that last guy. Hey! This, my guess, is this some sort of a power company land or something. Look at these major transmission lines. So we'll just go, we'll go out here, we'll take a look. The sheriff was out here with the helicopter. We'll be out here to do the ground search and see what we can come up with, you know? Man, I looked over there, it almost looked like a person hanging against the east. Let's go look at that bag out there. Yeah, it looked like a person hanging on the pole, man, but it's just an orange sign. So I'm scanning, you guys. I'm looking everywhere. Yeah, nothing's blown by the wind. Gone with the wind. Where was I? Right here. So yeah, so like I say, you know, 4 trips out here. It's been a big commitment. I really gave it my best shot. I'm not saying I'm not coming back. I'm definitely not saying I'm not coming back. But this probably it's gonna get really hot next week. So Yeah, when the heat comes and it gets really hot, I mean, the time to search was while we were searching for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It was cool, you know, someone could survive in the desert for a while. They were left somewhere in the desert. They could survive. And then now, if someone comes now, it's too late. Where were you? You know what I mean? So now we're out here. There's a lot of tire tracks everywhere now. It's we went out for the tire tracks. It looks like this is a ATV playground. You know, I think we can write that off, because if it's an ATV playground out here, you guys, they'd find something. You know what I mean? They're out here riding around. They've done this searching for us, honestly. I don't want to go where everybody's riding around on their bikes, because that's a waste of time. So they would have already found something. So I can turn around. See all these tracks everywhere. Yeah, when I was gonna search west of town, and I saw all these people unloading their ATVs, their side-by-sides, their dirt bikes, and I'm like, you know what? If anything out there, they'll find it. I'm gonna go where, you know, alongside the road and the ditches where nobody goes. Well, we definitely have been giving the, you know, I can't say I've searched every inch of north of, what's that? I can't say I've searched every inch north of 3 Points, but I searched more than the so-called searchers. Just some sort of random something. It's too old. Another thing, you guys, you sit on this this dirt bike seat is not that comfortable. You sit on this for 3 days, and you'll feel it for a week. Yeah, a lot of ATVs out here, so I'm not going to go where all the ATVs are at. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this area. I'm not as keen on this, honestly. So here's this would have been the main road into this. We'll go a little ways that way, okay? It's just, I don't want to leave just yet. It looks like all the ATVs and stuff are way over here. So anybody, like, I don't know, you would go away from all the activity, right? There just doesn't seem as much traffic over here. I just see things. Oh, here's the State Land Trust fence. I just saw this over here. I just wanted to check. Yeah. It's random. Wow. I don't understand this, right? Look at these piles of, like, manure. Someone bringing them out here and dumping piles of manure? Better than trash, that's for sure. Yeah, see, it's more of an ATV playground out there, you guys. the washes and the tunnels. Anything in Tucson, it's like the same way in like a lot of major cities. Not every major city, but a lot of major cities. And I suppose it'd be fun. You get a side-by-side out of here and you just go as fast as you want, sliding into the turns. Yeah, don't get lost, I say. Good advice. Lot of what we're doing, you guys, is sort of new, you know, live streaming from the GoPro. I'm sure a bunch of other people are doing it, but I haven't seen a lot of GoPro live streams. The iPhone has a feature that says action video or something like that, and it'll stabilize the view. But you can't do it while you're live streaming, which doesn't make any sense. So I guess you could only record and then it's always nice to get home in one piece, you know what I mean? Little girl riding her bicycle out here. That's very where'd you grow up? Well, I grew up north of 3 Points on a ranch. Not a bad way to grow up, honestly. You know, it's better than maybe a big city. Hope we're not buffering. Hope everybody's still on for the ride. Let me just check, see how many people we got. Wow, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna throw my glasses. Thank you. All love and support is amazing, you guys, honestly. It's really a community out here. Hope says thank you for everything you're doing. You're welcome, Hope. You're very welcome. Thank you, Hope. I love that name. Gotta have hope, right? And we have hope. We have hope in our chat. So, there's some ATV riders up there. Yeah, so some sort of, you know, after I search for, like, I've been searching for what, 3 hours now, and then you get tired, you get a little, yes, I start to wind down after a while, unfortunately. I don't want to go fast through here, get some sand, go down. I'm not going to be doing anybody any good like that, you know what I mean? There'd be a lot of people in the chat would be pissed. Oh, Jim crashed. Oh my God, they jump over to JLR's stream and it would be going crazy. Jim crashed. Call 911. You guys are amazing in the chat though. Remember when I lost the stream at El Diablo? Oh my God, I read JLR's chat. Call the police. Jim got bit by a rattlesnake, shot, and fell down a well. And oh my goodness, it was going crazy. And I know most people knew I was okay. And then a lot of it was just good humor. Some people are concerned, which I don't blame me, because we almost stepped on that rattlesnake. The rattlesnake was right there. There's that big rattlesnake. Like I say, I go hiking all the time. I typically, like last year, I came across 6 rattlesnakes. The year before that, 7. I'd like to keep track. This is number 1. Usually I see them stretched out in the middle of the road though. Very rarely do they surprise me like that. But yeah, that surprised me, I'm not gonna lie. I jumped. They say when you're out in the wilderness where there's snakes, never wear headphones, because the snake, he's almost always gonna let you know what's happening, you know? So don't wear headphones. Which, a lot of the metal detector operators, when we're out metal detecting in the forest, will leave one side off of your ear. You have headphones on running a metal detector. So we saw some interesting sights out here, you guys. Even though I didn't bring Nancy home today, we definitely we had quite a stream together. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it as far as the north of 3 Points goes. It's never wise really to push these things too hard, you know what I mean? You want to but we'll make it back to the truck. We'll do a run back to the vehicle. And we'll wrap up, I think. Unless I check my email and somebody's got a really good lead. Oh no, now the sheriff's over west of town, so here's the flight pattern. Oh, okay. We'll head over there. But I don't know. I think this is the right way. Funny, when I got here, there was nobody here. Now, like, everybody's out searching for Nancy. Wow, you guys hang in all the way to the end, man. That's very humbling. Man. That was quite a run, you guys. We were out there for I don't know how many hours. We searched the abandoned town site over there where you can build your dream home if you choose. And then yeah, we searched the abandoned town site way over there. We did a 90-mile-an-hour run back up the highway, and then we searched all north of 3 Points where I had information where the sheriff was doing the grid search. I really appreciate you guys sending me that sort of information, because that's what we're here to do, you know, do the search, try to bring Nancy home. And here, let me just set you here for a minute. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, here we go. And then Yeah, me got the hat. Man, looking like helmet hair, right? So, man, I got 2,700 people riding along with me. You guys, I can't even tell you how humbling that is and how that makes me feel. It really is amazing. You guys came along for the ride with me. I really appreciate it. Like I said, the GoPro lasts like an hour. The stream's gonna end anyway. I did my best out there. We searched north of town. We got chased, maybe, I don't know, somebody, and then we found, like, not really chased, but then we found like those the smugglers shoes. I hope if you didn't see that review, look at the smuggler's shoes. I found piles of those down by Nogales. Down by Nogales, I found just like piles of camo backpacks, and my stream it went out right when I was doing that. That was very yeah. I found where the human smuggling backpacks out there, out north of Nogales. It's funny because it's let me bring you a little closer. The smuggling backpacks were so there's a border patrol checkpoint, and they're just beyond that, like they would walk all the way and go beyond the checkpoint, and then that's where they would get picked up. Anyway, I don't know how I got off on that, but yeah, that's where we were. And I didn't lose anything. Usually I lose something, right? Gloves, probe, whatever. And there's almost 3,000 people here. And then, yeah, I love you guys too. You know, I got a lot of love and support here. Yeah, I don't know what to say, you know, honestly. Jim, read your email. John, read. I'll read my email. Annie, I'll read my email. Okay, I'll read my email, definitely. John Reed, the name is very familiar to me, so I'll take a look. Yeah, definitely take a look. I read all my emails. You guys send me email, even if I don't respond. Some people say, yeah, thank you. Other people aren't responding, but I read it all. I can't act on everything, unfortunately. A lot of leads. Go here, go there, go there, go there. Like, I know, I really want to, but I pinned places for me to search on this trip. So that's where John Reed's a troll. Okay, it's fine. There's a lot of trolls out there. I don't care. But I'll look at my email anyway. So yeah, the chat has a way of figuring things out, you know. And I know he's not a troll, so it's okay. Yeah, the chat has a way of like figuring things out. I needed to respond to a couple people, and with a bike cranked down, and then have them be my moderators. I just haven't had a chance. I appreciate that. I don't know how much longer. Once again, you guys, I'm probably going back home tonight. I searched all the pinned spots. My hand's white from being on the desert. What is that? I guess it's I don't know. Why is it on that one only? I don't know. Maybe it's from that motel I was at. Man, what a place. Man, that's weird. That motel, maybe I got like something from that motel. But no mods needed, so Sabin said. So. Safe travels back, I appreciate that. Alicia, Barbara, be safe on travel. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Sherry. Lisa, Michelle, dry weather, you need lotion. I think you're probably right. I do need lotion. I'm a guy though, you know, we don't use a lot of lotion. I'll thank everybody. How long are you staying in Tucson, Jim? Someone asking me, this is my 4th trip, you guys. I've searched like 3 or 4 days each trip. I've searched all over the place. Check my previous streams. Some of them are a little disjointed because I wasn't very good at it. But I'm leaving tonight. I got to go back home tonight. It's gonna get hot here, and then I'm not a professional streamer, professional YouTuber. As a matter of fact, this stream isn't even being monetized. I don't think. I'm not sure. So, but I'm just out here to find Nancy, not out here to do all that. Hey, how's it going, brother? That's bad. And then, Yeah, and then that's what's going on, you guys. Do a stream tonight while driving. I'll see if I can. Yes, I'm leaving Arizona. You're the best searcher. I appreciate that. I do what I can. I got the bike. I've been like an out. You passed a blue tarp. Okay, I passed a blue tarp. Send me a screenshot or send me a timestamp in the video. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Like somebody says, oh, you passed a backpack, but then I looked at the video before and it's this old stroller that was in the wash. So I'm able to solve some of those just because I was there looking at it myself. So congrats on Red Bull. Island Girl, yeah, Red Bull wanted me to work for, I don't know, maybe I drink Red Bull on the streams or something. They want me to, because they say like my streams are growing, but they can't grow forever, you know, because we're out here searching for Nancy, there's a lot of interest in that. And then just driving around randomly where I live, I don't think it's going to, there just won't be this much interest, you know, which is fun. I mean, this is Nancy Guthrie. This is like Amelia Earhart. This is like, you find Nancy Guthrie, it's like, I don't want to make fun of it, but it's like finding Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster. It's like, where the heck is she, you know? I've searched all over the place. And then we just got to solve this, and we got to bring this criminal to justice who kidnapped her. This Zodiac killer type of monster who dresses up and has his gun and his mask, and we just don't want this to happen to anybody else, you guys. There's a lot of missing people. Like I say, you know what? There's a lot of missing people out here, you guys. There's a lot of people missing. People have loved ones missing. I'm not searching for them. But this is like, if we can find one of these missing people, let's find this one, you know? It sort of represents all of the missing to me. So, yeah, man. So that's why I'm putting so much effort into this. Yeah, I sound like Ellen Thick. Yeah, I can't blame everyone for leaving. It's hard on everyone. Neighbors are complaining. Yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time in the neighborhood. So I'm not imposing on the neighborhood that much. I don't blame them for being upset, but JLR's done a masterful job of keeping this case alive. He's one of the reasons I'm back here. So I don't have anything bad to say about that. I don't have anything bad to say about any of the streamers. You know, I know there's a lot of maybe I have no idea. So hotel tonight. You know, I hate staying in hotels. I'd rather stay in my truck. Honest to God, I'd rather stay in my truck. I get in that. I don't know, go back and watch my stream on that hotel or JLR stream. I was in the most nasty hotel you could believe. So, yeah, may God's grace be upon you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say, you guys. We can sit here and visit. I do like interacting with the stream. It's very rewarding. Dad's gone live, is going back to California. You know, I went back to California 4 times, or 3 times. This will be my 4th time, but I've always come back. And like I say, this is what we need, you guys. We need a lead. I need a car. I need a direction of travel. You know what I mean? A direction of travel. We need a description, a direction of travel, a vehicle, something to go on. You know, we can just. If you got to go, he went west. Okay, I can search west. He went east. He went north. Just something, you know. Right now, I'm just going on, you know, logic, I guess. You know, just first I searched in town and then coming out here. So it's not all about me. But it's like you guys are giving me a lot of the leads. So so many of you guys, just a reminder. I'm probably going offline for. I'm probably going out of Tucson for a while. And then go back, take care of my business, and hopefully there's a lead or something, and I can come back, or I'll thank myself. Like I thought the first trip I wasn't going to come back, but everything, it keeps drawing me back, you guys. But I won't be back when it's 110 degrees out because it's just too dangerous. You know, this desert is unforgiving. And so I'm rambling on, and. Oh, if everybody, like, before I log off, can you guys please, if you got your device, I know some of you are on if you could just tell me where you're at. You don't have to be super specific, but if you can let me know the towns you're in, or the city, or something I can recognize, if you can just, because I like to look at it and go, well, what a community we've built, this searching community, this network of support I have. And so if you guys could just like post where you're from, and we'll just give it a minute, and then here it comes. It's so beautiful, you know. Okay, where's my? I love it. Brandenburg, Florida, Scotland, Philadelphia, Florida, Kansas, Bedford, Pennsylvania, Sweden, Iowa, New Australia, Ohio, New Jersey, Lake Michigan, Indiana, North Dakota, Missouri, Greensboro, North Carolina, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's beautiful, man. France. I know some people are probably trolling me, but Portugal. Come on. Are you really watching me from Portugal? Brentwood, California, Arkansas, South Africa. Come on, Dennis. Are you in South Africa? You're not trolling me, are you? Sometimes people will ask me, and I'll be in the chat. I'll make up places, but I know most of these are totally legit. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming along for the ride today. You know that? Yeah, I don't want to go on and on. Yeah, once again, you guys. We're in it to win it, and winning is bringing Nancy home, you guys. Winning's bringing Nancy home, and that's why we're out here today. And I appreciate all the love and support. And without your love and support, there's no way I would be here, and there's no way I would be doing what I'm doing. And I'll be back. I'm not sure when. Hopefully, we get a lead, we get a direction of travel, we get something, and then well, we're going to bring Nancy home, you know, and then. And may the Lord bless and keep you until we meet again, okay? Just keep that in mind. And I'm going to log off, okay? I got 2,500 people in the chat, but, you know, if I went out and searched more, you guys, I wouldn't be being honest to you. I wouldn't be being honest to myself, because I'm sort of out of ideas in this area, and I have to do some research before I start going east, north, or west. So once I do that research and I figure out, some people saying, oh, my old Tucson. Well, that's interesting. You know, I looked at that, but I don't have a place to go there yet. And just randomly driving around, I wouldn't be being honest. You know, I really had great hopes of the area that the sheriff searched, the first dirt road south of town, all the highways near Mexico. I had great, you know, I wasn't positive I'd find anything, but I mean, it just seemed reasonable to me. So yeah, let me know when you get home, dude. I'll be fine. Safe travels. I appreciate that. Safe trip home. And like I said, I'll read all the chat later. And if you mention something in there, I'll see it, and it'll you know, you'll touch my heart. I guarantee it. So awesome. I got a lot of thanks in there. Bye, you guys. Love you all. And we're in it to win it. And winning is bringing Nancy home, you guys.